Friends, I've been seeing these teacher tag YouTube videos for a while, and I hadn't tried one. Darren's been kind of, I think, putting them together, and he has an end of the year one, ITeachSoHard, with a bunch of questions that a bunch of different teachers are answering, so I thought I'd try it. Here we go. Are you ready? Let's go. It looks like there are 14 questions in this ITeachSoHard teacher tag video, so I'm just going to start with one and make my way down through the list. Number one, how many years have you taught the grade that you teach? This is my first year teaching 5th grade. I taught 4th grade for 6 years, and then I switched schools. I came to Parma Elementary, where I am now, where the school I attended as a child. I taught 3rd grade for 4 years, and this is my first year, my 11th year teaching in 5th grade. What adjective best describes you as a teacher and why? I hope it's excited. I want my kids to think that I'm excited no matter what it is we're doing, that I bring excitement and passion to that. So yeah, the word that I hope that my students would use to describe me as a teacher is excited. If your life as a teacher would be made into a movie, who would play you? I want to play myself. I've never acted, I've never been in a play, never done anything like that, so I would love to play myself. And everyone says that my kids look so much like me, so maybe if there was like scenes with younger Colby Sharp in the movie, like when I was a kid, maybe my own son Breslin, who just acted in the play Peter Pan this past week, maybe he could play me. Question number 4, a lesson that I'm extremely proud of this year. Definitely creative start. So it's not just one lesson, it's how we spend our first 20 minutes every single day. In the past, I had done things like let's get right to reading, or let's do this morning math worksheet, or let's do this or that. And then this year, I decided after reading some things about a soft start to create a start where kids are making things. So every day kids spend about 20 minutes making whatever it is that they want. And it's really evolved over the year. I've learned a lot. For a while, kids really struggled with it. And then I noticed that they struggled with finishing. No one ever finished anything. So a couple times during the year, I think what I'm going to do next year, I'm doing it now, but a couple times during the year, I'm going to have where they're working on creative, what they want to create, but working maybe towards a bigger project. Because we've been doing that the last several weeks, and the things that they're making are amazing. So definitely the thing that I'm most proud of this year is taking that leap with Creative Start. 5, a student you will never forget. I actually saw this student this past week. Daria is her name. I had her my very first year teaching 4th grade, my very first year as a teacher. Amazing kid. Loved her every single day, but I can still remember clear as day, one day after lunch, she came trudging down the hall, just buried in tears, a mess. And this was not a girl who's crying every day. When this girl's crying, you're like, oh no, this is bad. And she gets to me, and she huffs and she puffs, and she finally can get out that she has lost her retainer. And she can't find it anywhere, and she's just a mess. And I was able to figure out that she had left it on her lunch tray and threw it away. It was taco day, which is the nastiest day of the entire week of lunches. No one liked the tacos at my old school, so they ate like a bite and threw it all away. So I told her that I would find her retainer. And I shouldn't have said that, because when you tell a kid you're going to do something, you have to do it. So I did. I jumped in the dumpster. I got some plastic gloves. I went through every single garbage bag. And the bottom of the last bag, not an exaggeration, the bottom of the last bag, there was her retainer, her little metal bar and red retainer. And I got it for her, and I gave it to her, and she was happy. And it's fun. Every time I see her, I am able to, we talk about that story, and we talk about our year together in 4th grade. And she's doing well. She's a grown-up now. Like, she's an adult. It's crazy. It was really fun. I was visiting my previous school, Mingus Brook Elementary, this past week, and she came to see me. It was really cool. We actually named our second child, who was born like 4 months after that retainer incident, Daria, after her. Crazy. Question number 6. At this point of the year, how do you feel about the teaching profession? It's awesome. It's the best job in the world. I'm the luckiest person in the world. I will do it until they don't let me teach anymore. I have no plans of ever retiring. I might change my mind. My wife is pretty awesome, and I would love to hang out with her on the beach somewhere, but I love teaching. I think it's magical, and it's amazing, and I want to do it forever. I want to be in the classroom with kids for as long as I am physically able. It's the best. Question number 7. How do you keep your job fun and engaging? I'm a teacher. You get to hang out with kids who are excited about learning. Like, if that's not fun and engaging, you're in the wrong profession. So I just try to listen to the kids and learn from them every single day. And when you do that and you put the kids first and everything that you try to do is for them, then you can't help but have a lot of fun doing it. Question number 9 is, who are your favorite teacher tubers, favorite teacher Instagrammers, favorite teacher Twitterers? I guess that's a really hard question. YouTube, I really enjoy CJ Reynolds, The Real Rap with the Reynolds. I love his editing. Like, he is like a fantastic editor, and I love all the crazy graphics he does. It's like the first 10 seconds of his video where he has like the words pop up on the screen of his channel name. I really like that. So I really think he's pretty awesome. With Instagram, Stacy Reed-Miller, Literacy for Big Kids. I think she's doing amazing work and really, really important work. When it comes to Twitter, that's my place. That's where I got started on social media, and I have so many friends there. It's hard to name them individually, but it's a great place to be. I think that's the place where the most learning happens and the most conversation happens. YouTube is great, Instagram is great, but I think you can't fake it on Twitter. Like, pretty pictures, that's just, you got to bring it. I feel like you got to bring it on Twitter. So Twitter is my first love of social media, and until something can knock it off the throne, I think it's the best bang for your buck. Number 10, who would be your dream teacher to collab with? Wow, what a great question. You instantly want to go big and think like Donalyn Miller, the book whisperer. But I'm like, oh, I'm writing a book with Donalyn Miller and it's due in like 2 weeks. I've already been collaborating with her. You might think Mr. Shu, who's this amazing teacher librarian out of Naperville, who's now Scholastic's reading ambassador. But I did like an 80 video series with him where we talked about the Newbery Challenge, and we read every single Newbery Medal winning book and made a video about it. So I don't know. I just want to continue to learn from people. I think that sometimes we think of like the biggest following and the most number of subscribers is the people we want to collaborate with. And that's cool because they have those numbers for a reason. But I don't know. The more teachers I talk to, the more amazing things that are happening. Those teachers just maybe aren't sharing it like the teachers with a lot of followers. So I just want to make sure that I learn from everyone, because I can learn something from every single person out there, and I shouldn't ever judge anything based on numbers and popularity and that sort of thing. Question number 11, what is the last thing you took a picture of? Easy. I just pulled it up on my phone because my phone is so old. So here it is. It's hard to see. My son was in the school Peter Pan performance yesterday, and afterwards we went and got ice cream together to celebrate, and that is a picture of my son and 2 daughters. One of my sons and both of my daughters. I have 5 kids. Number 12, sing the last song you listened to. It's The Eye of a Tiger. It's the thrill of a fight. Rising up to the challenge of our rivals. Yeah, Eye of a Tiger. It's on my running radio station that I listen to on Spotify. It comes up almost every day. That and Metallica's Enter Sandman are pretty heavy in the rotation. And also Biggie, Juicy. I've been listening to that song a lot. There's a line at the beginning of that song where he kind of dedicates it to the teachers who didn't believe in him, and that's been stuck in my head. I'm actually like working on a speech for conferences this summer around that and how we talk to kids and how Biggie's teachers made him feel and how that's not okay. So working on that. Number 13, complete this sentence. If I wasn't a teacher, I would be a financial planner, like personal finance. I'm obsessed with personal finance. Huge Dave Ramsey fan, fascinated by numbers, fascinated by compound interest. I think that helping people prepare for the future, and not just so that they'll have a lot of money when they retire, but so that they don't stress out while they're living their life. Just like getting through college and having student loan debt and credit card debt, and knowing how I wish I would have had some of that information before. I think that I would love to do that. I would even like to do that maybe as like a side job if I ever stop doing like making books and social media stuff, because I'm fascinated by personal finance. That's so boring, sorry. 14 is, who is your teaching hero? For me, it was Jeff Bontrager. He was a student teacher in my class, the classroom right next door to me when I was in 4th grade in Mrs. Collins' class. And it was the first time in my life that I saw a guy could be a teacher, and a guy could make kids excited about reading and go and play with your students at recess. And I tried to do so much that I learned from him. He ended up being my high school varsity baseball coach, learned a lot about him, about leadership there, about pounding the positive, about building kids up, not tearing them down, how important words are when we talk to kids. I learned so much from Mr. Bontrager. He is now a superintendent in our area, and he has been able to turn around a school that desperately needed someone that believed in them. And I think the work that he's done there has shown me that in everything we do is if we're building people up and we're making it about them and we're trying to help them reach their goals, then any goals that we have will be accomplished easily. So yeah, Jeff Bontrager, hands down, teaching hero. What a great guy. I feel so lucky to have been mentored by him in the classroom and on the baseball field, and now through the work that he's doing in our county. Thank you so much for tuning in. This has been so fun. Have an awesome-tastic day. Happy reading.